Management is coming in place. Why do we need configuration management?
So to deploy your applications, you need to have the proper configuration. So sometimes it can, if you don't have the proper configuration, sometimes it can lead to failure, something like that. So you need to manage your configuration. So when you update your app, you also need to update your configuration in accordance with your application. So
Okay, so let's say you build your pipeline and we deployed our application successfully onto a server. Now, where do you feel that you will be placing this configuration management? Because you had that Docker file, you have your appspec.yaml, you had your buildspec.yaml. So, why configuration management then?
no, sir. Like what I'm saying is, for that application, you would have already created the configuration. Now you want to add, you're going to update your application, so you need to change the. There might be a situation where you have to change the configuration. Maybe, for example, change the storage. Your application is storing. So like that, sir.
Okay.
Is it like one place where you will have the capability of specifying all those specifications?
So that can be a repository, right? The storage where you have control or the entire
Yes,
configuration is being saved,
yes.
right?
Is it
So, but
something similar to management, right? So it has to be at one place.
no, configuration management, you are considering it in terms of operations, right? That
Okay.
I will be saving some configuration, I will be taking the backup. You are going into that direction. That okay? If I save
Hmm.
it, I will be restore it and you will be able to use it. Correct,
Hmm.
right? You are saving it as a place where you
Hmm.
can manage all the configurations. Is that right, Mahesh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now think from a developer perspective.
Mm.
So
Sir,
how,
this is
yeah,
go ahead, sir.
no, no, you go ahead, please.
This is where we uh, run remote scripts on multiple VMs, like install files, install
Okay,
database, update
okay,
database.
okay. So why do you do it?
Because in an organization, a large organization, there may be 100, 200 instances, and
Hmm.
they'll follow a standard practice. Uh,
Hmm.
Organization wide, we'll use this version of Kubernetes, this version
Hmm.
of MongoDB,
Hmm.
and they'll make a change, and we have to do it in all instances. So that's where this comes into play.
So absolutely right answer. So everyone got the point. Why do we need configuration management? Because this is the place or this is the way where you are trying to maintain a consistency on your entire product or the functions or the attributes which are there. You try to maintain the consistency on all the servers into your environment. So whether it is related to your requirement, your design, your operations, your informations, anything whichever is there, right? So you do it for that. Make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So that is the place where where you need that consistency,
No,
right?
not clear,
Now,
Abhinandan. No, not clear.
okay. So let's say we have 10 machines, 10 VMs. Now someone asks you to install Nginx on the server, right? And after that, let's say when you have installed Nginx, then you have to do the entire process. Remember, which we did for Kubernetes, install the Kubernetes with kubeadm, and you are doing it for various projects. So you are building this for 100 different products, right? 100 different product groups, right? And every product group have 10 nodes, right? Which are acting as a system nodes or the control nodes, and 10 VMs are for the user nodes. And this you will be doing for 100 different product groups which are there in the organization. So how you will be doing it? Let's go with the basics, Mahesh, right? Let's leave everything, no automation is there. If you want to do it on the for one Kubernetes cluster, you have 10 system nodes and 10 user nodes, right? There's one Kubernetes cluster,
Okay.
and
Mhm.
you have to do it for 100 different product groups. But let's talk about one. So how you will be doing it?
Sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, but I cannot hear Mahesh.
No, no, I'm just thinking. No, no, you proceed. I'm not getting the thing. Yeah.
Okay. No, no, I'm just asking you that suppose if you want to do it on one Kubernetes cluster, let's leave about this part. On one Kubernetes cluster, how you will do this? Okay, you were there in yesterday's class, Mahesh?
Yes, yes, I was there. Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday what we did, we had a series of steps, right, which we created. I'm not sure whether we saved that or not. I think there was Kubernetes
Nginx,
practical,
Nginx controller.
right?
Then
No, no,
we have
these
service.
were the script
Mm.
we ran, right? A lot of things we
Yes,
did.
yes.
So
Mm.
ultimately, if you are creating 10 master nodes, right?
Mhm.
These
Mm.
system are what? These are master nodes.
Yes.
You will go to 10 master nodes and you will
Mm.
execute the same task,
Correct.
correct? Now, similarly, there will be some user configuration. So there will be another script which you will be running on all the user nodes. And
Correct.
for that, you have to do what? Just like I took the remote session of the every VM, I
Yes, yes,
went,
yes.
logged in, took the remote. I did that,
Correct, correct.
correct? So I have to do this by logging 10 times on 10 different VMs and I have to do the process. Now,
Mhm.
let's say that was for one Kubernetes cluster. I have to do it for
Mhm.
100. So let's say for these
Oh.
10 VMs, I took 2 days.
Mhm.
For 100 projects, I did 200 days.
Correct.
So overall time utilization is 200 days. So
Mhm.
the project which I'm doing later on, it delayed everything by 200 days,
Correct, correct.
right? So for that, in case if we have a system in place which will log in onto each VM, put the configuration, validate it, and make our devices compliant, then that will be done very quickly.
Okay, okay, got that. Yes.
So that is what is configuration management, right?
Yeah.
That
Thank you.
is what is configuration management, and that is what we are trying to achieve with the help of automation.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Got it? So first
Yeah.
thing,
Thank you.
this is configuration management is a system engineering process, right? For establishing and maintaining, let's say, consistency, or establishing and maintaining, yes, consistency of a product's performance, correct? Or either it is product performance or functionality, right? Or product functionality, right? Or it can be physical attributes. It can be physical attributes, correct? And this will all depend upon the requirements or the design or the operational information throughout its life cycle, right? Because till the time you are using the system, you have to do this, right? So all this you are doing till the time, let's say this will be done depending upon the requirement, first things, then your design, whatever are the design considerations, right? And operational information, correct? Operational information, and this will be done, this will be done throughout the product life cycle or product's life. Why I'm saying life? Because let's say as soon as new things keep on coming, let's say earlier you were using a version of Python which is 3.10. Now you are moving to
Upgrading,
3.12.
right?
So it
Yeah.
will keep on upgrading everything.
Yes.
If you run a configuration management tool in which you said that okay, all servers should have SSH and no server should have telnet. In case if any server is enabled with telnet, that is non-compliant. So any system which came non-compliant, you have to put the compliant configuration. You have heard about one thing which is known as device hardening. Have you heard about device hardening? So what device hardening is? That when you used or when we used any system, we harden that system. Or you have heard about one thing which is known as hardened AMI. So when you have this hardened AMI, what you are doing? You are installing all the security agents, correct? This hardened AMI is updated with all the security patches. So everything is there. So the main purpose of the configuration management is to maintain that one thing, which is the consistency of the product, right? The consistency of this product. So this consistency word is very important. And why we are achieving this consistency? Because once it is consistent throughout the organization, so all the products are running one variant, so the performance will be good. If one is failing, all of them are failing. If one is good, all of them are good. So organization wide, you try to follow one standard. You will see all big organizations, if they are running on an older version, all the workloads will be running on an older version. It is not that 10 different product groups, 10 different versions. It is not that. If they are rolling out anything, it will be organization wide. Do you all agree? Whenever they are rolling out things, it is all organizations wide, right?
Yes, sir.
And that is what we try to follow. So this will happen for the entire life into the product deployment, right? Now let's say if you are taking this example, so you can take an example of, let's say your developer is there. Let's say there is a developer. So again, only two people are asking questions, right? What about others? Are you clear with what is configuration management? Yes or no? Are you clear what is configuration management?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Okay. One response. What about others? Senoy, is it clear?
Yeah,
Senoy, is
it's
it
clear.
clear? Okay. Janvi, is it clear, everyone? Everyone is silent. At least respond in the chat.
It's clear, Abhinandan.
Okay. Actually, Mahesh, you and Dhanush are only responding. The
Hello.
problem is this. I don't want anyone to be left because later on some people get confused in small things, right? Okay, so let's go with this example. Let's say you are a developer and let's say you are running an application. right? This is your application, correct? And this application is, let's say you are using PHP, let's say 5.7 version you're using, right? And let's say this is associated with the DB, and DB may be running MySQL. And what is the latest version of MySQL running? Anyone knows? Is it 4.9 or 5.1, something like this, right? Okay, let's use 4.9, right? Okay, so MySQL 4.9. So when you are running an application, if you see from a developer perspective, ideally for developer, he is focused on this application part.
It's
But
showing 8 dot something. Let us
uh,
question.
MySQL
Yes, yes.
and your PHP, it is also 8 dot something, right?
Yes, sir.
PHP.
8.0.
8.028, sir. My
Point,
8.039.
8.4.
PHP.
Yeah,
PHP
yeah.
is
8.4.
Okay, and this
MySQL is 8.028.
0.39.
29 is
8
good.
point
SQL
8.39.
is
Okay,
already out.
let's okay,
Yeah.
8.39 is good. Okay, let's keep that. It is just an example, right? Just relate. Consider this as a latest version, right? Okay,
Okay.
so okay. Now let's say, so from a developer perspective, you are seeing this application, but the at the backend, what would happen? There will be several VMs. Let's say there will be several VMs. So this is VM1. This is VM2, 3, VM4, and this would be using the version, let's say PHP, your 8.4, 8.4, 8. Let me use a older version because I want to show you something else. Let's say this is using 8.3, 8.3, 8.3, 8.3, right? And similarly, your DB would be there. So let's say you have a database setup as well, database cluster. On the database cluster, you will have several VMs running. Correct? There's there, and this database is, let's say, running 8.0, let's say for a while, 8.0, and this is MySQL. Correct? This will be there. So this is your application servers, app servers, and this is your DB servers. Correct? Both are running over here. Now let's say when you are planning to change the PHP version to a later value, right? Let's say here the requirement came that okay, I want to run PHP, let's say 8.4 and MySQL 8.39, right? So you want to make the changes onto the entire system, right? And this developer says that okay, I want to add a feature, and for this developer the feature is this only he wants to add. So what it will do, it will say that okay, I will plan for a configuration management. I will plan for a configuration management script, and that will run on all the backend servers which are there, in which it will upgrade the database to 8.39. Let's say MySQL, it will upgrade to 8.39, and PHP, it will upgrade to, let's say, 8.4. So it will go and run the services on all the clusters which are there. So the major features which is offered by him or offered by this your configuration management is, which I already told you, first thing, and the first and the foremost thing is your first is your consistency, right? Second thing is your automation, because you are introducing automation when you are running this onto your servers. So with automation, you get benefit that okay, you save time, correct? Then less prone to human errors, right? Then you also achieve cost saving. How do we achieve cost saving, everyone? How do we achieve cost saving?
We need less human source to do the same thing, right? It is
Correct.
automated. So
Yes, so you will require less FT of resources.
what is
Less
F? What is FT?
FT
Full
is
time.
full-time equivalent, right?
Full time, right? Okay.
Equivalent, right? Less FT of resources.
And also you can use the human resources for more creative tasks rather than the repetitive tasks.
Full-time equivalent. And the main, yes, so less FT of resources for repeatable task, right? For repeatable task. Because you want to automate things which are only repeatable. If there is something which you new, which are new, every time we're getting new errors, so for that you cannot use a system, correct? Now
Yes, yes.
let's say other options or the other functionality which you get with this is, you can use it for software updates, correct? Also, in case if there is some updates have been done or some configuration has been done, but let's say you want to roll back something, so you can use it for software rollback as well. Software rollback as well you can do, correct? So multiple offerings which you will get, and you'll be able to grab it. Now, when you are using this configuration management tools, from a configuration perspective, there are two types of task which you're doing, right?